So again, I'm still thinning the tip, trying to work at 66 where the corners of the top of the heart are, staying out of the center of the tip of the reed. And I'm just thinning and thinning and thinning. You can go straight across at the very tip. Just make sure you don't go back very far because you don't want to take out the center of the tip. But at the point where you know you're going to have to clip it at the very end, it's okay to go ahead and thin it more. So again, I'm sort of basically going back and forth between using the knife on the tip and then using a razor blade. When you use a razor blade, you have to lay it down so you're basically flat to the cane. You want to make sure you don't hold it at the same angle you would hold a knife, because if you do, you'll pick up a lot of cane and you'll essentially wipe out the tip. So it would be like this. And again, I'm just thinning and thinning. So you can see now just about how thin the tip is. Okay. And I'm trying different parts of my reed knife to make sure I find the thinnest parts. Okay. Now for me, I kind of prefer taking off the ears at this point in time. So I'm going to lay the reed sideways like this. And I'm going to lay the razor blade flat to the side, and I'm going to go straight off with the ear. So that's one ear removed. I'm going to do the other side. So again, I lay it so it's basically flat to the reed and then go straight up. If you don't go straight up and it flares out, you can correct it later. The main thing is you don't want to go in too far, because once you lose the tip, you lose the tip. So that's what it looks like before I clip it. And you can see how thin it is. It's pretty thin. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on the block like this. And I'm going to look over the top of the razor blade. I have the razor blade kind of tilted back towards me. This would be straight up and down. The razor blade's kind of tilting back, and I'm going to look over the tip. And even though there's all this excess, I'm going to find right where I can clip it to clip it open. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to push down, and then I'm going to rock side to side. If I need to, if I can't clip it that way with just one hand, then you can use both. But if the tip is thin enough, you should be able to clip it just once. Now, as it turns out, I didn't even clip it open, right? Because I didn't get quite to the end of it the way I should have. So I'm going to put it back on, and I'm going to back up just a little bit with the blade. And I'm going to push back and forth until it opens, okay? And it's a little crooked, but I can see how crooked it is. I can straighten it out later, okay? So the tip is now open with this reed. And then at this point, if it's thin enough, you should be able to go toot, toot, toot on it, and it should play. Looking at it, it looks to me like it probably needs to be thinned more. So this is, you know, like ideally, this is about, that's about what you want it to be when you clip it. So actually, since this is what my preparation for you today was to make sure that I just get you to the point of clipping the tip. So I'm going to straighten it out a little bit so it's not quite so crooked. Okay, now it's a little bit more straight, as you can see. But I'm going to leave it like that so you can see how thin it needs to be when you go to clip it. Okay.